going to go over a potential ice storm event and maybe a flooding event too. That will be part of a storm system that will be moving across southeast central portions of the country and as well as the northeast. So yeah, once again, it's winter. So yeah, this is one of the hazards here. Any ice accumulations will lead to dangerous travel and like impacts. So yeah, I just want to make sure you guys are careful out there if you're gonna be forecast CIG travel, which I will go over momentarily. If you like this video, if you like a forecast, just please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy it specifically, and leave a comment below if you have any questions or local forecasts. And of course, share this with family and friends, especially those who could be impacted by our upcoming ice event and even anywhere in the storm too. So yeah, we're gonna get to that. Our unofficial, because of course you need to go to the National Weather Service for official information, but still want to give you this forecast because there would be another way to keep you updated. So here's our ice accumulation forecast. As you can see, there is 2 zones of ice accumulation potential, one of which is eastern Missouri to northern Illinois and Indiana and lower Michigan, and then across the northeast. So yeah, we're going to be looking at concerning accumulations possible even in ice storm across especially Pennsylvania. So yeah, we'll get to that once we head over to our rainfall forecast, which you can see looks mostly light, but then until you get to like this band over here, which will likely produce swaths of 1 to 2 inches, maybe even more than that, especially across northern Mississippi and maybe Kentucky too, but maybe a little mild uncertainty. That's why I just made this area a little small. I mean, yeah, because some models show 2+ inches, some models don't. But yeah, we're gonna look into it and see what is gonna happen across the event. So yeah, keeping you updated before that, and there's some uncertainty with this northern edge of the preset, which could be all freezing rain, if not, because this is essentially rain, even in the ice forecast. I'm gonna take a look back at that for you. This is essentially rain, but what's different about it is between ice and rain is freezing rain. It just really is rain. It's freezing on surface, like contact with surface. But yeah, I'm talking like just rain without like coming in contact on the ground, freezing up right away. Or like, yeah, freezing, not freezing at all. So yeah, flooding concerns possible over here, especially considering the wet period we have had across the southeast. So yeah, definitely want to get prepared once again. And then it'll be really quiet across most of the country, if not maybe for the northwest. But I don't really do much over that because, one, there's not too many people there, and I feel like it's basically like Canada, which is, But yeah, I'll try to cover this more because it's certainly some people over there, but I don't, again, anyways, I'm gonna just focus on the forecast and get to our models, which leads into how we made these unofficial maps. Once again, no association with the National Weather Service. Of course, this is all unofficial, but I'm providing you these forecasts just so you can stay updated. And then this is how much freezing rain will likely fall across these areas. And again, I'm actually going to go to, by the time this event is finished, because it doesn't look like it's quite over yet. Or maybe it was, actually. But yeah, this is good. So, this is basically some very light ice glaze across the Midwest portion of the ice event. But then you look at the Northeast here, including Pennsylvania, and that's where things get really concerning. Even some amounts over 1/3 of an inch, that's definitely ice storm criteria. That would be like way out. So once again, 0.25 or 1/4 of an inch is the minimum criteria for ice storm. This is like 0.30, like 1/3 of an inch. That's just over that. even here across northeast Pennsylvania and across southern, or maybe across most Pennsylvania as a whole. And yeah, and this is really concerning for the NAM. I'm not surprised at all, because they do this to like most winter events, not all of them. But they have this narrow band of like well over half-inch of ice accumulations. Some even like over 3/4 of an inch. That's insane. That's definitely very crippling. Even localized an inch. Oh my god. NAM seems to overdo on these events, but they usually don't verify anyway, because, you know, they need to verify that kind of, but it's okay. We're just gonna focus on the forecast here, not to like the issues and everything. I mean, all that stuff's gotta get worked out, of course. We need to improve technology. Okay, I'm still in the forecast. Okay, so one model would suggest ice possibly reaching as far south as New York City, but most really don't. So I think New York City is safe from this event. But you should definitely check the forecast if you're there, because it could change. And you know, this is just really essentially 1 mile, so ice is unlikely there. But still want to check that out. It's cities like Philadelphia and like areas in the cities in central Pennsylvania, and like, yeah, Houston and Pennsylvania really should take a look at the forecast and do some preparations and everything, because it'll be very slippery and slick out there. You just want to make sure you get prepared for that, because it's going to be a very icy day, particularly like Sunday and all that. Even the sites really starts to get ramped up today, so I suggest if you're in the Midwest, take precautions, because it could be a little slippery, even though with the very light amounts, or like light amounts in general. Don't expect much, but still kind of a little slippery, because any ice accumulation it takes, it will be slippery and there will be impact, so definitely need to look into that. So anyways, we're looking at possible flooding the southern Ohio River Valley and parts of the southeast. And these are many of the areas that also got rounds of severe weather and soaking rainfall across the past few weeks. So this is yet again gonna add to that. So anyways, scanning through the models here, you can see there is widespread 1-inch amounts at least across much of the area from Arco, Texas, northeastward into like the Ohio River Valley and even the Pittsburgh area, or like Pennsylvania. For the area that may or may not see freezing rain depending on the temperatures and all that. So yeah, and localized flooding is possible, or even some larger scale flooding would be possible considering the wet weather we've had recently and lately across the Ohio River Valley and the southeast. So yeah, I want to definitely check the weather there, because while not very conducive, there could be a potential for severe weather across the lower Mississippi Valley. Will be really limited though, because there won't be much instability, and also the lack of shear. Well, not shear, but like lack of a good amount, like decent shear. So yeah, definitely like gotta watch that out, because not only is the ice a concern, but also looking at the heavy rainfall too. That's definitely something to watch. So yeah, 2+ inch locally across maybe Kentucky, Tennessee, but definitely something to look at, especially across northern Mississippi, because that's where more models will show it. There's more differences like Kentucky, Tennessee, where there could be heavier rainfall locally, but I'm not gonna like get too much deeper into this. Okay, so hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you've not done so already once again. And hope you stay safe and see you in the next